So today we will do this chapter clocks. So few concepts you should know before you try and attempt to solve questions. Um, so let me begin like this. Let me draw clocks. Okay, so let me draw. Say this is one clock. Say this is another one. So why I have drawn two, I will let you know. So assume that this is the minute hand. Okay, so we are only focusing on the minute hand. You know the longer one is generally referred as the minute hand. Okay, so just bear with me because sometimes I may not get a straight line because various reasons will be there. Okay, so I assume that this is the longer one. So this is the minute hand and say it clockwise. So you mean it starts from 1, 2, 3 and again comes back to 12. So clockwise it takes how many minutes? 60 minutes to make a full rotation, that is 360 degrees. The minute hand takes complete 60 minutes to make a one full rotation of 360 degrees. So in 1 minute, it is doing how many degrees? So if you are looking at this 6 degrees, the movement of minute hand every minute, it moves by 6 degrees. It moves by how many degrees? 6 degrees. So similarly, when it comes to hour hand, usually the shorter one is referred as hour hand. So this is the shorter one, say 12. And now we are referring to hour hand. Okay. So HH means hour hand. So it takes 12 hours. It takes 12 hours to make one full rotation of 360 degrees. So it is starting from 12 and again to reach 12, say 12 afternoon, so 12 midnight, it had taken 12 hours and to make one full rotation of 360 degrees, that is every 1 hour, if you do 360 by 12, it is moving by 30 degrees every 1 hour. And if I want to look for 1 minute, okay, so 1 minute is nothing but 1 hour. Say I can also write something like this. So 60 minutes, 1 hour is same as 60 minutes, say 30 degrees. So 1 minute will be 30 degrees by 60, which is half degree. So 1 minute, the minute hand only moves by half degrees, but whereas the minute hand, the hour hand moves by half degree, minute hand moves by 6 degrees. Minute hand moves by 6 degrees, but hour hand moves by half degree. So because both of them are going clockwise, that means they are moving in the same direction. If they are moving in the same direction, so 6 degrees minus half degrees, what is the relative speed? The relative speed is 5.5 degrees. Because it is same direction, we will subtract. 6 degrees minus half degree, the relative speed between the minute hand and the hour hand is 5.5 degrees. Okay, so if you want to take a screenshot of this, please take it because this is the base. So something very, very important you should remember or okay, so top of your mind you should have when it comes to minute hand, 1 minute is 6 degrees. When it comes to hour hand, 1 minute is only half degree, but whereas 1 hour is 30 degrees. Okay. Minute hand, 1 minute, how many degrees? It is moving by 6 degrees. Same hour hand. Okay, hour hand, 1 minute is half a degree only. But 1 hour, it moves by 30 degrees. So these three things are very, very important because we often use to solve questions. These three things are very, very important because we often use to solve the questions. So please try to get it. 1 minute, 6 degrees, minute hand. 1 hour, 1 minute, half degree is hour hand, 1 hour is 30 degrees. So let's go forward. So same thing in a paragraph, I'm telling a normal clock shows 12 hours on the dial. It has two hands, namely the minute hand and the hour hand. In 1 hour, the minute hand passes over 60 minutes, passes one full rotation of 360. Hour hand takes 12 hours to complete one full rotation. Same thing we have discussed. I will share the PDF, you can go through it. Angle covered by hour hand, minute hand of various time intervals is as follows. Same thing, 1 hour 360 degrees minute hand, 1 minute is 6 degrees. Similarly, hour hand 12 hours is 360 degrees, 1 hour is 30 degrees, 1 minute is half degree. Because we already okay discussed, I am moving forward. In 1 minute, the minute, okay, relative speed also we have discussed. So 5.5 degrees. Relative speed is 5.5 degrees. Minute hand is 6 degrees, hour hand is 1 minute half degree, so difference is 5.5 degrees. So this is very, very important in clocks. This concept you should know and understand because some questions are based on this paragraph. So in 1 hour, the minute hand passes over 60 minute spaces. I don't think you have any doubt. In 1 hour, the minute hand is only talking about minute hand passes over 60 minutes. Perfect. In 1 hour. The hover hand traverses 5 minute spaces in the same time. So that means when say the time is 12 noon. Okay. By the time the minute hand traverses all the 60 minutes, that is 360 degrees, hover hand would have moved by how many minute spaces? 5. From 12 noon, it will become 1 p.m. 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. again 5 minute spaces. The space between 1 and 2 is 5 minute spaces. Our hand would have traversed during the same time only 5. The minute hand takes 60 minutes to gain 55 minute spaces over the hour hand. The minute hand takes 60 minutes to gain 55 minute spaces over the hour hand. Because it is moving 60 minute spaces every 1 hour, and the hour hand is only moving by 5 minute spaces. What is the gain? The gain is 55 minute spaces. Therefore, to gain 1 minute space over the hour hand, the minute hand takes 60 by 55. This is very, very important concept in clocks. How do you get this 60 by 55 minutes? If I remove, say, 5 12s are, 5 11s are. Same thing. So the concept is, please understand, in 1 hour, the minute hand moves by how many minute spaces? 60 minute spaces. During the same time, the hour hand would have moved only 5 minute spaces. So therefore, to gain 55, okay, the minute hand takes 60 minutes to gain 55 minute spaces over the hour hand. Therefore, to gain 1 minute space over the hour hand, the minute hand takes. Okay, so let's go forward now. Remember that in every 1 hour, so objective type questions, every 1 hour, hands coincide once. What is the meaning of coincidence? What is the meaning of coincidence? Okay.
One on the other.
Ah, exactly. One over the other. Say this is my hour hand and the minute hand. Okay, say for example, exactly at 12 noon. Okay, so if the time is 12, okay, please ignore the lines may not be straight. Okay, so exactly 12, one over the other is the coincidence or the hands coincide once every 1 hour. Every 1 hour, if you see, one over the other happens only once. The hands are straight, point in opposite direction. Same thing, exam 6 o'clock. Exactly at 6, okay, this is say 6. And you know opposite will be 12. Okay, so this is straight, point in opposite directions. This also happens only once. This also happens only once. Coincidence happens only once. Opposite directions, that is making an angle of 180 degrees. Exactly straight line. 180 degrees is again the hands are twice at right angles. Every 1 hour, what is happening? Two right angles will be formed. Every 1 hour, two right angles will be formed. And in every 24 hours, that was what we were discussing was every 1 hour, what is happening? Every 24 hours. So if you look at this every 24 hours, okay, so after the class, if you want to just turn over the timepiece, whatever you have, a wristwatch or a alarm clock. Okay, so when numbers are there, you can just turn it around and find it for yourself. Okay, so the hands coincide only 11 times in every 12 hours. We say every 1 hour coincidence happens, but in 12 hours, if you see, the coincidence happens only 11 times in every 12 hours or 22 times in 24 hours, because between 11 and 1, the coincidence happens exactly at 12. Okay, so even though it is 11 to 12, 1 hour, 12 to 1, 2 hours, in these 2 hours, the coincidence is happening only at 12 o'clock. So why the coincidence doesn't happen before? Okay, between this is one coincidence might happen around 2:10:50, one over the other. And the other coincidence may happen after, say, 1:05. So one is happening before 11, that is 10:50. Okay, and the one which is happening after 12 noon will be around 1:05. That is after 1 o'clock. So there is only one which is happening exactly at 12. So please remember this as objective type questions. So usually in clocks, the objective answers will be 12, 22, and double, that is 44. So if you are looking at numerator and denominator, denominator will be multiples of 12, 12, 24, 48. Numerator will always be multiples of 11, 11, 22, 44. Okay, if he's asking for 12 hours, usual answer will be 11. 24 hours, answer will be 22. Okay, so sometimes it is, they might say straight line. So you have to consider sometimes both. Okay, we'll discuss that when we reach that question. The hands of a clock are right angles twice every hour. In 12 hours, they are at right angles 22 times and 44 times in a day. So why 44 comes answer is every 1 hour, two right angles will be formed. But when it comes to 12 hours, only 22 and not 24. And in a day, okay, so 44. Two positions common in every 12 hours are at 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. So two positions common in every 12 hours are at 3 o'clock, okay, and 9 o'clock. So this you can just turn it around and okay, use this as an objective. Okay, if learning happens through actually rotating the timepiece, okay, learn it that way so that it will be easy for you to remember. Again, the hands of a clock point in opposite directions in the same straight line, making an angle of 180 between 11 times in every 12 hours. Because between 5 and 7, they point in opposite directions at 6 o'clock. And hence 22 times in 24 hours. Opposite direction, that is 180 degrees. Okay. So types of problems, you have three types of problems in clocks. One is angle-based problem. The find angle between two hands. First, find the angle traced by the minute hand from 12 o'clock and by the hour hand from 12 o'clock. The difference of the angles is the answer. When we do questions, you will easily understand. So what it is telling is, so you know how to find out the angles, right? Minute hand, you know, hour hand, you know. Minute hand, every 1 minute we just discussed, it is 60. And hour hand, every 1 minute we just discussed half a degree, or 1 hour, it is 30 degrees. So basically when I take the difference, that will be my answer. Angle based problems, when I take the difference of the angles is the answer. We'll do some questions. So similarly here, okay, so we will use this 60 by 55 concept, or we use 12 by 11 concept. To find out how many minutes the two hands of a form a particular angle, find the angle minute hand has to gain over the hour hand and divide by 5.5 degrees. This way we can do, or we can apply 12 by 11, 60 by 50. And one last thing is gain or loss problem. Sometimes watches gain time, or sometimes watches lose time. When the battery is weak and it is about to die probably 1 week, 10 days, if you still keep continuing the wearing, it is slows down. That means it is not showing the correct time. Okay, loss problem is there. If your clock gains loses time, calculate the gain loss in minutes per hour and multiply the total time for which the clock is running. to arrive at the total gain or loss. Okay, we will do again one or two questions based on this. So now let's start it simple now. So read the question, try to understand this question. An accurate clock shows 8 o'clock in the morning. So visualize 8 o'clock or draw 8 o'clock. Through how many degrees will the hour hand rotate? Only hour hand. I is not talking about minute hand now. How many degrees will the hour hand rotate when the clock shows 2 o'clock in the afternoon? An accurate clock shows 8 o'clock in the morning. If you draw a simple clock, you will be able to understand. Okay, so if I'm able to draw a simple clock like this, just to make you understand. So first it shows 8 o'clock. So this is 9, say this is 6. Where will be my 8? Say this is 8 o'clock. So again, okay, so don't go by the lines, may not be, okay, so accurate. So this is 8 o'clock. Now, through how many degrees will the hour hand? So your focus should be on the hour hand only. Rotate when the clock exactly shows 2 o'clock. So let me draw the 12. Okay, this is 12 and say this is 3. So where will be my 1 and where will be my 2? Now it is 2 o'clock. So now if you see exactly 2 o'clock, 8 o'clock, you see this is forming a straight line which is 180 degrees. This is forming 180 degrees, right? Okay, try this one. A clock is started at noon. By 10 minutes past 5, the hour hand has turned through how many degrees? A clock is started at noon. By 10 minutes past 5, the hour hand has. What is your focus? Your focus is only on the hour hand. It is not talking anything about the minute hand. By 10 minutes past 5, again let's take the example. What is 10 minutes past 5? Tell me what is the time 10 minutes past 5 means? If you're telling somebody 10 minutes past 5, what is the time on the clock? Is it 4:50 or is it 5:10? 10 minutes past 5. Yeah, I could see Aslam saying 5:10. How about others? If I'm saying 10 minutes past 5, is it 5:10 which is on the clock or is it 4:50 on the clock? 10 minutes past. After 5, it is 10 minutes. If it is 4:50, I will tell what? 10 minutes before 5. If I say 10 minutes before 5, please understand when the word is before, 10 minutes before 5, ante 5 kante mundu. 10 minutes past 5, that means after. So if I have to draw the diagram, this is say 6, this is say 3. So where will my 5 be? My 5 will be here. Okay. So that means I can clearly draw. Okay. And this is my 5 o'clock first. And now it is 5:10. 5:10 means it would have come up to this part. This. Okay. Fine. He is asking the hour hand had rotated through how many degrees? When the time is 5:10, hour hand had rotated through how many degrees? Okay, so we will start from the base. What is that hour hand? You know, it will take 12 hours to make one full rotation of 360 degrees. This is where we started. Hour hand takes 12 hours to make one full rotation of 360 degrees. That means every 1 hour it is moving by 30 degrees. 360 by 12. Every 1 hour, 360 by 12, 30 degrees. And every 1 minute, it is moving by half degree. So please understand, if I have to measure 10 minutes past 5, so you know 5 hours, that is 30 into 5. How many degrees? 150 degrees. And you can't ignore 10 minutes because It is not exactly at 5 now because it is 10 minutes. It would have moved away a little bit from the 5. So you have to capture that angle also now. So that is 10 into 1 by 2. That is 5 degrees. So what will be your answer? 155 degrees. For 5 o'clock, it is 5 into 30. 10 minutes passed. Again, it is again, okay, after 10 minutes, our hand would have ticked. One or two ticks would have happened and it is not exactly at 5. So you are capturing 10 minutes into half degree because 1 hour is 30 degrees, 1 minute is half degree. So 10 minutes into half 5 degrees. Your answer is 155 degrees. Anybody has
Sir,
any? Yeah, Aslam, tell me.
sir, like we are counting since 12, so 12 to 5, so that is why 5 into 30, right?
Yes, 5 hours from 12 o'clock. We always begin from 12 o'clock.
Okay, sir, thank you.
Okay, so let's go forward now. At what angle the hands of a clock are inclined at 15 minutes past 5? So you know one is angle based questions. So this is angle based questions. For angle based, you simply minute hand, hour hand. It is under modulus. We don't go by negative values. Just the difference we will find. The difference between the minute hand and hour hand is your answer. Oh, sorry. So what is time? 5:15. This is 15 minutes past 5. Because it is past, after 5 it is 15. Okay. So minute hand is moved by only 15 minutes, whereas our hand is moving by 5 hours 15 minutes. You should consider in our hand the minutes also because it will not be exactly at 5 because after 15 minutes, one or two ticks would have happened and our hand would have moved away from 5 o'clock. So that part also you should consider. And quickly, minute hand takes 60 minutes to make one full rotation of 360 degrees. Agree? Minute hand will take to make complete full rotation of 360 degrees, it requires 60 minutes. So 15 minutes, how many degree? 1/4. 60 minutes, 15 minutes, it is only 1/4. So 1/4 of 360 degrees is how much? 90 degrees. Agree? When 60 minutes is 360 degrees, 15 minutes, 1/4 of it will be 90 degrees. So 90 degrees minus. So now take care of this. 5 hours should be multiplied. From 12, it is 5. So 30 degrees. Again multiplied by half. So again I am repeating it. 12 hours. The hour hand will take 12 hours to make 360 degrees. 1 hour it takes 30 degrees. 1 minute it takes half a degree. So this is the base. So 1 hour that is from 12 o'clock to 5 o'clock, 5 hours into 30 degrees. 15 minutes, 1 minute. So this will be how much? 150 plus 7.5, which is 157.5 or half, whatever. Okay, so now if I have to subtract 157 half degree, my answer will be what? 67 and half degrees will be my answer. The first one. The difference between minute hand and hour hand is your answer. This is angle based questions. So this is what we have covered, okay, in the beginning also. Done. Shall we go forward now? Now you should be able to do it. Okay. So give me the answer for the next question. Try this one. Time is 3:40. The hour hand and the minute hand of a clock form an angle of how much? So please consider minute hand separately. Please consider hour hand as 3 hours 40 minutes. Take the difference. That will be your answer.
Sir,
Sir.
Sorry, I have, okay. I didn't unmute myself. So first thing you write minute hand, hour hand, and you know that I'm now changing the number. Same logic, okay? So even though I change, and now I'm only writing 1 minute is 6 degree. 1 minute is 6 degrees, and 1 minute here is half degree. 1 hour here is 30 degrees. This is base. It should be in my memory. 1 minute is 60 degrees. So 40 minutes will be how much? So multiplied by 40. Sorry. Multiplied by 40. 240 degrees is left side. That is minute hand. Okay. So 3 hours and 40 minutes. So what I will do now, multiply it by 30, which is 90. Multiply by half, which is 20 degrees, which is equal to 110 degrees. So what is the difference now? What is the difference? The difference is 130. Perfect. Hope everybody is able to get this. Yeah, perfect. Super. Let's go to the next one now. Try this one. All of you should get the answer. The angle between the minute hand and the hour hand of a clock when the time is 8:30. So now I can avoid steps also. With little practice, you can start avoiding the steps. 30 minutes. I will write how much? 180 degrees. Yeah, Yogi says ye. So minute hand, hour hand, I know. Okay, 60 minutes is 360 degrees. 30 minutes, how many degrees? 180 degrees. Right? This is 180 degrees. Half of it, na? 360, half. And 8 hours and 30 minutes. So this you will multiply by half and this you multiply by 30. So 240 plus 15, which is 255. Okay, what will be my answer now? The difference. The difference is nothing but 75 degrees will be my answer. Yeah, Swam ye, Yogi ye. So Hari and Imran got the answer. Nice. Okay, so let's go forward now. So this is slightly different. This is the second type of problems in clocks. First type is angle based problems. You find out from 12 o'clock. Okay. So depending on the time, minute hand you calculate separately, hour hand you calculate separately. The difference is angle. Now, this is the second type of problems in clocks. At what time between 7 and 8 o'clock will the hands of a clock be in the same straight line but not together? So, understand the question. If you want, you can draw a small diagram also so that we get focused on the question. So, I wanted to draw a circle. Okay, so if you are looking at it, between 7 and 8 o'clock. So let's go to 7 o'clock first. So this is 6, this is 9. So I'm drawing 7 here. And between 7 and 8, Will the hands of a clock be in the same straight line but not together? That is not coincidence. He is not talking about together coincidence. It should be same straight line. So let us say this is my hover hand. This is my hover hand, and I know it will be exactly at 7. This is 12. But he is not talking about that. What is he talking about? He is talking about same straight line. So when does this form same straight line? So it will be forming same straight line if it is like this. So that means this should be around 1 and this is 3. So 1 in time is, okay, it should happen around. I'm okay, particularly using this word around 705, not exactly 705. Why? Because if the minute hand is pointing towards 1, that is exactly 5 minutes, a tick would have happened here. Okay, it would have moved little bit, okay, away from 7 towards 8 o'clock. Okay, so hover hand will be exactly at 7 when the minute hand is pointing at 12. But when the minute hand had moved to 1, that is 5 minutes past 7, the hover hand will not be at 7, one tick it would have given. Okay. So you don't have to worry anything. So calculate the approx time when it is going to happen. Approx time when it is going to happen. You know it is going to happen around 7:05. So just take that 5, multiply it by 60 by 55 concept. What is 60 by 55 concept? When the minute hand is moving 60 minute spaces, our hand is only moving by 5 minute spaces. So that means the minute hand is gaining, okay, 55 minute spaces over the hour hand. So that is the reason why this concept of 60 by 55. So otherwise you can also remember like 12 by 11 because 5 will go 12 times, 5 will go 11 times. So this is something like 60 by 11. If I go 5 times 55, again 50. So 50 means 4 times I can take. Okay. So this is 5, 12, 60 and 11. 5 has already gone and this is 55. 5. Okay. So just a second. Let me remove this. Write it as a mixed fraction now. 11 fives are 5. 5 by 11 past. So what will be the time? It is 5 by 11 past 7 o'clock. Past 7 o'clock. So where is your answer? D choice. 5 by 11. Answer is 5 by 11. So I'm just repeating it what we have done. So here we will use the concept 60 by 11. And when you look at the multiple choices, whenever there is 11 in the denominator, 5 3 by 11, 5 1 by 11, 5 by 11, that means the clue is already there for you to use 12 by 11 concept. 12 by 11 is nothing but 60 by 55 concept. So approximately you will calculate when it is going to happen. So whatever time you are able to calculate, you know it is going to happen around 7:05. So take that 5 minutes, multiply it by 60 by 55. You will get the answer 5 by 11. So answer is 5 by 11 past 7. This is precise or exact. So one or two questions we will do, don't worry. This concept 60 by 55, there is a paragraph. I'll share the PDF once the class is over. It says, you know, in 1 hour, the minute hand is moving by 60 minute spaces. Got it? In the same time, that is when the minute hand is moving 60 minute spaces, is the hour hand at the same place? No, it would have moved by 5 minute spaces. So when the time is 12 and the minute hand started moving 60 minute spaces, our hand would have gone up to 1 o'clock. 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, like that. So that means if you look at the gain, when the minute hand is moving 60 minute spaces, hour hand is only moving by 5 minute spaces. So what is the gain the minute hand is having? It is having a gain of 55 minute spaces because hour hand moved by only 5 minutes. The gain for minute hand is 55 minute spaces. So this is the concept, 60 by 55. Okay, so let's go forward. Try this one. Just apply the concept 60 by 55. So what is the clue? Whenever you see 11 in the denominator, look at the multiple choices. All of them have 11. So when it is 11, that means when do you get this denominator 11? Only when you use the concept, okay, 12 by 11. So what is 12 by 11? It is 60 by 50. So between 3 and 4 o'clock, both the needles of the clock should coincide with one another. Coincidence should happen here. That is one over the other. So approximately tell me between 3 and 4, approximately at what time it is going to coincide approximately. Exactly, Aslam. You got it right. Okay, so it is happening around 3 hours 15 minutes. Because our hand is already at 3 and minute hand is at 12, and by the time the minute hand moves to 3, that is 3:15, approximately it should happen around that time, but not exactly. Because when the minute hand moved 15 minute spaces, our hand would have given one or two ticks. That is, it is exactly not at 3, little away from 3, going towards 4 now. So how to get exactly? So because you are able to say that it is going to happen around 15 minutes. Okay, it is not exact. It is around 15 minutes. So what do you do? 15 into 60 by 55. 5 will go 3, 5 will go 11 times, 5 will go 12 times. So 12 into 10 is 120, 12 into 5 is 60, so 180 by 11. So 11 will go one time, 11, 70, 11 will go 6 times, 66. So 16, 4 by 11, past 3 o'clock. Past 3 o'clock. 16, 4 by 11. So what is your answer? B choice. Simple only. Okay. So you should know you should use 60 by 55 and calculate approximate time when it is going to happen. Just calculate approximate time when it is going to happen, and whatever you have calculated, multiply by 60 by 55.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, Hari, tell me, Hari.
Sir, I don't understand the minutes past three, sir. What is mean by past three?
Ha,
So
exactly. That is
why
a
we consider 4 o'clock, sir? And one more question.
Uh, Hari, okay, so let me draw the diagram, Hari. You need to follow the question first. Okay, so a small diagram we will put. At what time between, hope I am unmuted, right? You are getting my voice, okay. At what time between 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock? So let us say 3 o'clock. Okay, so this is my 3 o'clock. Okay, no confusion. So we'll start from 3 o'clock. And he says between 3 and 4. Okay, say 4 will be here. So that means the clock minute hand will be moving, okay, in the clockwise direction, and it will reach 3 first and then later 4. Between 3 and 4. So precisely when the coincidence is going to happen. What is coincidence? One over the other. And you already told what is this past? At what time between 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock, both the needles of a clock will coincide with each other. Okay. So if it is after 3, if the coincidence is happening after 3, we use the word past. Okay. So sometimes we may use, okay, when somebody is asking you time, so you say it is 10 minutes to 4. 10 minutes to say 4 p.m. or 10 minutes before 4 p.m. 10 minutes before 4 p.m. So 10 minutes before 4 p.m. or 10 minutes to 4 p.m. you are saying the time is 3:50. When the time is 3:50, you can also say it is 10 minutes to 4 p.m. or 10 minutes before 4 p.m. So if the time is say 4:10, okay, so you can straight away say it is 4:10 or 10 minutes past 4 o'clock. 10 minutes past 4 p.m. because it is after 4. So here also the whatever you are going to get, it is going to be past 3 o'clock. It is not before 3. It is going to be after 3. So hence all the words here given are past. All the words are given here past because it's going to happen after 3. So exactly when it is going to happen, the coincidence might happen, okay, around 3:15 because this is exactly. So if the minute hand is at 3, that is 15 minutes, and the hour hand is exactly at 3, the coincidence is gone. But in a normal clock, it doesn't happen like that. No? When the minute hand is moving by 15 minutes, what happens to hour hand? It would have given a small tick. And now the coincidence will happen like this. So that is the reason why we took okay, this is around 15 minutes multiplied by 60 by 55 and whatever you are getting, that is going to be your answer and it is after 3 o'clock. After and past are same. Got it, Hari?
Yes, understood.
Yeah.
Understood, sir. But 4 o'clock also the deliums will coincidence, sir. So why we cannot consider 4 o'clock?
No, no, no. He is asking when the coincidence, every 1 hour, only one coincidence will happen. This is between, he is very specific. The coincidence should happen between 3 and 4. And every 1 hour, only one coincidence will happen. The hands will be one over the other in every 1 hour. It happens only once. Say at 4 o'clock, when I ask you between 4 and 5, between 4 and 5, again, when the coincidence happens, you can still calculate like that. 20 minutes into 60 by 55. That will give you between 4 and 5.
Understood, sir.
Yeah. So he is
Thank you.
very
Thank you so
specific.
much.
Yeah. He is very specific. This should be between 3, 4, not 4, 5 or 5, 6 or 6, 7 like that. So let's do some more questions. You can relate to the problem. Try this one. This is okay. So little you need to think little bit more now in this question. At what time between 5:30 and 6 o'clock will the hands of a clock be at right angles? Every 1 hour, two right angles will be formed. Please don't forget that. The hands will be straight every 1 hour once. Like 6 o'clock, okay, 6 o'clock, 12 o'clock, exactly at 6, it is straight. 180 degrees angle. But 1 over the other is 0 degrees. Okay, so if the clocks are one over the other, it is 0 degrees. Yeah, Aslam, I could see you giving the answer 43, 7 by 11. Oh, okay. So here, if you look at the right angles, okay, so now again, a small diagram will help you to understand. So first I'm starting from because at what time between 5:30 and 6. So let's begin from 5 o'clock. So this is my 5 o'clock. Okay, so this is my 5 o'clock. The clock, okay, it is showing 5 o'clock like this, exactly 5 o'clock, right? But he is saying 5:30, not 5, 5:30. So we can become little bit precise. at right angle. Now he wants between two right angles are formed every 1 hour. This is the basic concept. Two right angles every 1 hour. So first right angle, because this is at 5, the first right angle will be at, if it is 2, that is 10 minutes. When the time is 5:10, okay, so this is 90 degrees. But he doesn't want this. He wants between 5:30 and 6. Between 5:30 and 6 means, okay, so it is past half mark and it is getting closer to 6 now. Please observe the hover hand is, okay, so just getting close to 6. So that means when the right angle will be formed, okay, so close to 9. Close, very close to 9. Very close to 9, you get right angle. So how to calculate it precisely? So for which you should know, let me draw another diagram. Okay. What is right angle first of all? So when it is at 3 o'clock, when the other one is at 6 o'clock, it is right angle. Agree? When one, this is 3 and 6. These are the pairs to get right angle. So when one is at 4, okay, so the other one should be at 7. This is also a right angle. Agree? When one is at 5, say let us say if it is 5, the other one should be at 8. So you know this is also a right angle. And you know clearly when one is at 9 o'clock, the other one is at 6 o'clock, it is also a right angle. So if I have to pair up, okay, 5 is getting paired with 8. 6 is getting paired with 9. 4 is getting paired with 7. 3 is getting paired with 6. So 8 here is nothing but 40 minutes. Please remember 5 because the time is from 5 to 6, precisely 5:30 to 6, but hour is only 5. So 5 is getting paired with 8. So that means after 5:30, somewhere here the right angle should be not at 5:10. Okay, but after 5:30 only you should consider. So 8 is getting paired with 5. 8 means 40 minutes. What do you do now? 40 minutes multiplied by 60 by 55. So this will be your answer. So this is 12 times, this is 11 times 480 by 11. So 11 will go 4 times and 40. 11 will go 3 times 33, 43, 7 by 11 past 5. After 5 only, na? Past 5. So your answer is C choice. Just use the concept 60 by 55. So you should know how to pair the right angles. 3 and 6 right angles, 4 and 7 right angle, 5 and 8 right angle. Because we are starting at 5 o'clock, the 5:30 after, so you should pair it with 8. 5 and 2 is also a pair to get right angle, but that will be around 5:10. He's not asking around 5:10. After 5:30, he's asking. Hopefully, you are able to get this. Nice. Okay, so let's go forward. Some couple of objective type questions we will deal now. How many times in a day are the hands of a clock in straight line but opposite in direction? How many times in a day? Day means 24 hours. Are the hands of a clock in straight line? You know, every 1 hour it happens only once. But when it comes to 12 hours, it happens only 11 times. So 24 hours, it will happen how many times? 22 times. As I told you, na, look for numerator. Numerator is 11 or 22 or 44. So your answer, if the numerator by denominator, this will be 12, this will be 24, this will be 48. In a day means 24 hours. So in 12 hours, it is only 11 times. In 24 hours, it is 22 times. So you can rotate the clock and find it out. Why out of 12 it is only 11 and why 12 out of 12? Why it is not coming 12 out of 12? Okay. How many times will the hands of a clock coincide in a day again? Straight, every 1 hour, only once. But 12 hours, 11. 24 hours, 22. Coincidence is also same. Straight also happens only once. Coincidence also happens only once. Every 1 hour. But when 12 hours, it is only 11 times. So your answer here is also B again. How many times in a day the hands of a clock are straight? So here it is tricky question. He is not clarifying you what is straight. He is not putting anything in the bracket, which one to consider. So I can say this is straight. Okay, for me this is straight. And somebody will say this is also straight. This is also straight. So this is little tricky question. Because there is no clarification given here, what is straight? Okay, so 180 degrees is obviously straight and one over the other, coincidence. Coincidence is also straight only, na? So that means your answer, okay, so it is 22 times plus 22 times, answer is B, 44 times. So straight in 24 hours, this will happen 22 times in 24 hours. In 24 hours, this again will happen in 22 times. So my answer will be 44 because there is no clarification given what is straight. So you can consider both. Okay, quickly try to do this. What is the angle between the minute hand and the hour hand of a clock when the time is 4:20? Time is 4:20. What is the angle? Yeah, Yogi says 10 degree. Perfect. Yogi, you are right. Others also, generally students will think 420 means zero because they are just visualize that it is one over the other, but it is not one over the other. You may visualize 4, okay, 20, again it is on 4. So, okay, 0 degrees. No, it is, okay, 10 degrees gap will be there. Minute and separate calculation, hour and separate calculation, the difference will come to 10 degrees. So let's discuss one last type. We discussed 60 by 11, 50, 60 by 55 concept. We discussed angle based problems. One last is gaining and losing time. Gaining and losing time. So now look at this question. A watch which gains 5 seconds every 3 minutes. Every 3 minutes, it is moving fast by 5 seconds, was set right at 7 a.m. in the afternoon of the same day when the watch indicated quarter past 4 o'clock. What is the time? 4:15 p.m. Past means after 4. Quarter means 15. The true time is when the wrong time is showing you 4:15. What is the true time when the wrong time is showing? So let us say correct and say incorrect. Say one of them is correct, the other one is incorrect time. So let's try and balance them. So in 5 minutes, okay, in 3 minutes, let us start like this. Correct time will always move 3 minutes means it will exactly move 3 minutes. But here in this case, we have an incorrect time or a timepiece which is faulty. It is moving 3 minutes plus 5 seconds also. Agree? Agree, yeah? So 3 minutes 5 seconds, if I have to convert this, okay, to hour. Okay, so 3 minutes 5 seconds, if I have to convert whole thing into minutes, okay, so I can cancel out 5 will go how many times? 12 times. This is 1. So 12 threes are 36, 37 by 12 minutes. So 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 seconds. 5 seconds, if I have to convert into minutes, what do I do? Divide it by 60. So 5 ones are 5 twelves are. So 12 into 3, 36, 37 by 12 minutes. This is 3 minutes only. This is 37 by 12 minutes. Agree? If I have to convert this into hours, next step is, okay, hours. So 3 by 60 hours. And this will be 37 by 12 into 1 by 60 if I do. This is also in hours. Are you there up to this point? First, we considered 3 minutes correct time. It will exactly show 3 minutes only. This will be 3 minutes 5 seconds. That is 37 by 12. Now we are converting minutes to hours. 3 hours 60. 3 by 60 will give me in hours. And 37 by 12 into 1 by 60 will give me in hours. Why I am doing in hours? Because you have to count from 7 a.m. Now the incorrect watch is running from 7 a.m. to 4:15 p.m. So it is set right at 7 a.m. but the time shown is 4:15. So how many hours duration it has run? So 7 to 12 noon. Okay, so 7 to 12 noon will be how many hours? 5 hours plus 4 hours. So totally it has run 9 hours and 15 minutes. The incorrect watch had run for how many hours? 9 hours and 15 minutes. So if I have to convert this 9 15 by 60, 15 minutes hours. So I can say this as 15 will go one time here, 15 will go 4 times, 36, 37 by 4 hours. The incorrect time had run for how many hours? 37 by 4 hours. Same time. Okay, so now visualize what will be this one. If this has run for 9 hours and 15 minutes, the correct time would have run how many hours? So how do you get this? Okay, you can simply cross multiply to get this. Please see the equation. 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 seconds. 3 by 60 hours, 37 by 12 into 1 by 60 hours. We have converted into hours. And this is running for 9 hours, 15 minutes. Our question is how many hours from 7 a.m. the true time will run? From 7 a.m. again, how many hours the true time will run? So what will be your this thing now? 37 by 4 into 3 by 60. Hope you are following this. 37 by 4 into 3 by 60 divided by, please see, this will, whole thing will be divided by what? 37 by 12 into 60. 37 into 1, I am, okay, 37 by. So in the next step, what do you do now? In the next step, what do you do? 37 by 4 into 3 by 60 multiplied by reverse 12 into 60 by 37. So cancel out 37, 37, cancel out 60, 60, cancel out 4 will go 3. So it is exactly running how many hours? 9 hours. The true time is running 9 hours from 7 a.m. 9 hours from 7 a.m. if you count, the time is exactly 4 p.m. So this much of calculation will be there if it is gaining or losing time. Okay, so if it is gaining or losing time, this much of calculation will be there. So step by step, okay, so from seconds to minutes, minutes to hours. And finally, you make it like a cross multiplication. So parallelly, you will consider how the correct time will run, how the incorrect time will run. So please take a screenshot of this and you can go through it. So if you are writing, write it fast. Otherwise, you can take a screenshot. So I'll share the PDF once you are okay, written or if you have taken the screenshot, I have to escape and then go to that